Nothing on before Monday. Right. Let's go. So we'll kick off with Anita.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Team news, can we start off with that, please? Emil Smith-Rowe looked to be limping off after the Man United game.
He had some discomfort during the game, and we decided to take him off. And he's evolving well the last few days, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see how he's.
Granit Xhaka, any news in that department?
Granit is progressing well. He's doing all the right things, and he's feeling better. But no more news for now.
No positive news.
Very positive because the evolution he's doing is great. He's partially training with the team, and he's heading in the right direction.
Okay. What's the mood been like around the squad following that game against Manchester United? There was a feeling amongst the fan base, at least, that Arsenal were probably the better side.
Yeah, and that was I think the mood after the game, that we were extremely disappointed because we threw the game away, and I think we should have taken much more out of that game. So it was very pleasing for periods because the performance that you are able to put against such a team, it was very positive. But as well, you need to know how to win those games when you are able to be as dominant as we were in periods against them.
It's one win against the traditional Big Six. In terms of progression, where do you see your team at the moment?
Yeah, well, against them you have to put the performance into a win, and that's a different story. And we had the performance, but we didn't have the points. So that's where we have to evolve, to learn, and get better at.
Aubameyang, I wanted to ask about him. Obviously, he's been contributing to games in different ways. Unfortunately, not as many would expect in terms of goals. He hasn't scored his last 5 now. Are you concerned about that at all?
Well, you always are when your main striker is not scoring goals, but he's trying his hardest, and he's aware of how much we need him in the team to score the goals. And at the moment, they are not coming, but the rest of the things that we ask him to do, he's trying to do his best.
And sticking with the offensive side of things, it's 17 goals from the opening 14 games. Emil Smith-Rowe is now the leading goal scorer. You did say at the start of the season he needed to add goals to his game. Aba's got 4, but he'll be away for the African Cup of Nations. Looking ahead to next month, I know you were asked a few days earlier about the January transfer window. Has the position changed there at all, seeing that?
No, it's not changed. I think what we have to do is focus on the players that we have and try to make them better and take more chances that we are actually doing, because we need more margins in game to win more games, and that's what we have to do without losing our solidity defensively, which we've been good at. Try to add more goals to the team because we have some goals there.
Everton up next on Monday. They're going through quite a rough patch at the moment. A team that means so much to you. What are your thoughts on the situation there at the moment?
That's a lot of teams that are going through that, because this team has become that competitive that the moment that you lose a game or two, the pressure is coming for everybody. It's no different there. Obviously, it's a very special place for me to go back there because I had some amazing years over there. So looking forward to it.
And just one more from me. They are winless in 8. What kind of game are you expecting?
But a team that wants to put things right and win. And on Monday night at Goodison, I know what I'm going to expect under the lights with the fans that they have. So it will be a tough game.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
I think just one for Gary.
I've got one that's all, just picking up on Granit. I mean, you said on several occasions he's a very quick healer, working really hard. I mean, is it outrageous to think that he might be available to take some part in the squad on Monday, or is that too soon?
Well, this week is progress again to a different level, and tomorrow we will assess how everybody is, have a conversation with him, and decide when is the best moment to start to give him some exposure in games.
How much of a boost is it then that he is almost ready?
Yeah, it will be, and we miss him, and he's one of our leaders, one of the senior players, a player that adds something very valuable to the team, and hopefully we can have him soon.
Sorry, Nico, after the match at United, you said you wanted more from the senior players. I think you said more leadership. Is that where Granit comes in exactly to that category?
No, what I said that the senior players are the ones that have to lead, and the young, the ones that have to follow, and we need that balance in performances on the pitch and as well off the field, and we are getting that balance right, I think, and we have to continue to that, not to rely too much in the rest. But this is a team. There's not 2 teams split in that, and we need that balance and manage those moments.
And then how can you as manager make that happen or help that process?
Well, first of all, keep demanding everybody their best, and ask them things that they can do, and they can do well, and they can do well consistently, and that's what I try to do all the time.
And just finally, a question about a player you worked with at Manchester City, Yaya Toure. I don't know if you saw he's been doing some coaching at Tottenham to help with his coaching qualifications. I bumped into him and said, why don't you do it at Arsenal? He said, will you ask Mikel Arteta? So I'm asking you, Mikel Arteta, would you have Yaya here helping with the...
He has my number because we spent some years together, and it's a player that I appreciate a lot, so he can call me and ask me the question.
Do you think he's got coaching credentials, coaching qualities in him?
Well, he certainly has the experience, the expertise, and won a lot in the game to add value to the game for sure.